So I'm going to try to keep this simple and show three major triad patterns based on strings 4, 3, and 2. 4, 3, and 2. So D, G, and B. There's going to be a root on each one of those strings. So a triad, a first inversion and a second inversion. So when I say inversion, it just means that root is now on a different string. So it's going to be derived from three shapes you already know. You can play those in open position, just and see the form by just looking at the notes that are fretted on those three strings, D, G, and B. So for instance, the C chord, or the C shape, the E shape, and the A shape. And however you play those chords, those triads are on those three strings. I'm going to do it at show you more here in the middle of the fretboard so you can see. Because here we have some open strings that we're going to have to fret as we move up the fretboard. So if we take this shape, I'm going to start with this as the first triad because the root is on the thickest string. This is the E-shaped. Imagine this. It's the E shape, and the root is on the D string. So we have, in this case, I've got XX 7, 6, 5, X. So XX 7, 6, 5. The root in this case is an A note. Here with my ring finger. How do I know that's an A? Well, I could just look at the octave. I know this is an A. 2 strings, 2 frets. That makes that an A. That's where my finger is at. So this is the E-shaped A chord triad. The other is the C shape. So if you imagined a C chord here, took your finger or your pinky away, no need to bar here. We're just playing the G string. So in this case, we have XX 7, 5, 6. And the root on this one, just like in a C chord, is on this B string here. So this B note determines what chord that is. In this case, it's an F chord. How do I know that? Well, I know from the D chord that this note is a D here on the B string. Whole step up is an E. Distance between E and F is a half step. So this then would be our F chord. The third shape is the A shape. So we're simply playing all three strings on the same fret. So G or D, G, and B are all fretted together, and the root is on the G string right in the middle. So in this case, this is a C chord. How do I know that? I look at the octave. That's a C note. Think C chord. There's a C note. Octave, 2 strings down, 2 frets up is your octave. Open E, 12th fret. That's an octave. So those are the three shapes, and where the three roots are located. And you can also make minors by flattening the third. I'll get into that on another video, but I wanted to show you these three different shapes and where the roots are, so you can get those under your belt, work with them, and see if you can play a 1-4-5 chord progression somewhere on the neck that you're not used to.